I am back out here with the XOP Revolt. Alright friends, happy day, Truth Outdoors. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if this is your first time. I am back out here with the XOP Revolt climbing tree stand. I did a video about a month ago just on the specs, the overview, and touched a little bit on how to set it up. So I thought, heck, you know what? I'm gonna come out here and do a video on how to set it up on the tree and how I really climb with it. Of course, a lot of this information will be good for any brand tree stand, not just the XOP Revolt, but yeah, so I hope you guys like it. But hey, if you haven't, like and subscribe, maybe share it with your friends, and check out the Instagram. I'll put that link below. But let's get out here and find a couple trees to climb. I'm fighting the weather. It looks like it's getting ready to storm, so I'm hoping to get this done before that happens. But let's get out here. All right, well, we are looking for a tree, and yeah, that's one downside of this type of tree stand is, you know, you can't have a lot of branches, really any, unless you're gonna cut them. And I know on, at least in my area on public land, you're technically not supposed to be cutting branches. A few small ones that you can bend out of the way normally isn't a problem, but I said it before, my area, there's a lot of good trees to climb with these climbers. We have a lot of poplars, and they tend to stay really straight with not a lot of low-hanging branches, so it's not really a problem for me. I try to find a tree with a little bit of cover in the background, obviously, you know, to break up my silhouette when I'm up there. But yeah, so it looks like I got one right over here, and we'll head over there and see if I can't get set up on it. All right, this one's looking pretty good. We got a little bit of cover here, so when I get up there, if I was actually going to be hunting, you know, this cover up above me would help break up my silhouette and things like that. I'll get a shot of that in a minute. But yeah, so normally I just come up here, and I have my backpack, normally clip it on here, and a lot of times I'll have like a little bungee to hold this from moving around when I'm walking in the woods and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get started. So first thing, I brought my safety harness. Normally I would put that on out at the truck, I'd already have it on, but just thought I would do it for the video here. So I've got my safety harness, that rock climbing style I was telling you guys about in the last video. XOP actually makes one. This is a different brand. I bought this before they came out with theirs. This is Dryads. It's really nice, and I really like it, and it fits all different sized people. Small guys like me, and I know really big guys that use it have no problem, and it's super comfortable and extremely safe. So normally I'd already have this on back in the truck, but thought for the video I'd go ahead and do that. I'll probably speed it up while I hook it up and everything. It's normally not really hard, but there's a couple buckles to go. So normally would have it a little bit tighter when I have all my hunting clothes on, of course, but no big deal. It's pretty nice, easy to wear. You hardly even know it's on there once you get used to it. So I really like it. I recommend it highly. This is an AM steel tether that I bought separate. A lot of these high-end harnesses come with a really nice tether, but bought this AM steel. It's just a little bit lighter. I got this from a company, Hang Free. I'll try to link that description below, and I'll put the link for this Dryad rock climbing style harness in the description also. So all right, so got my straps and everything in here. Gonna get this buckle off. And I said it before, once you practice with this and you get a system down, this is gonna be much easier, much faster. So I really recommend that everybody gets out there, practice with your equipment before opening day, and before you're trying to do this out in the dark. But I like to set my platform up first. I just think that's a lot easier. And you know, I'm gonna look up this tree. It's obviously a lot thicker down here at the bottom, and it gets skinnier as we go up. It tapers up. So this is gonna take a little bit of practice learning how much pitch to put on the platform. But once you do it a few times, you generally get a good idea of what you need to do. So these poplars are pretty straight, like I was saying earlier, and they taper down a little bit, but not too much. So as I said in the video before, you want to make sure that you get it down in that detent, snug all this up. And if I find that being right-handed, if I hold the stand with my right hand and use my left hand to go around the tree rather than do it this way. It just seems really awkward if you do it this way. So I found that going around this way is a lot easier. So you can see that, and maybe you think that's got enough pitch on it, but from experience, I'm gonna tell you, you need to add just a little bit more. All right, so I like to set this up as high as I can comfortably climb up into it, because what'll happen is if you put it way down here low on the tree is way bigger down here than what it is here, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna run out of platform, you know, pitch as you get up with just a few feet. So go up as high as you can, and I'll show you how you can hook the seat on up here and kind of pull yourself into it. So I'm going to add just a little bit more, maybe one more notch on the belt here, and I think that's going to be good. And then if you want, you can lower it down from that point to get in, but no big deal. And on the seat, I mean, obviously you can adjust that anytime you're up here safely tethered in, you know. So I'm not too worried about how much pitch I get on this right off the bat or how level it is, because I can always adjust that once I'm up in the tree. So what I'll do is I'll put it up here above me like this, and when I go to get in the stand, I can use it way up here like this and actually pull down on it and step on the tree like that. And that's normally how I'll get into it. Let me see if I can do that one more time for you guys with a little bit better angle. So I have the seat up here, platform's down here, and what I'll do is grab onto that and pull my body up. Put my feet on the tree like that, and I'm pulling myself up, and here we are, we're in the stand. So obviously I'm going to bring this down, and you can see this is already leaning down like this, so I'm going to adjust the pitch on it just to make it a little easier to climb. All right. All right, so normally I'd have a backpack, and I would take that backpack off, set it here on the seat, and I'd be able to get my tether out or whatever else I needed. A lot of you guys know how this works, but if you don't, run it through your loop. And I like to put it up as high as I can, tighten it up, and on this harness, what you do is you're going to clip it into this loop right here, and you're locked in. And I'll leave a lot of slack on it while I'm climbing, and that way when I get up there, I can tighten it up and everything, but I'm not going to have any problem moving around. One more thing I like to do, like I've said it before, is clip these in, just to keep the stand from possibly not falling if I was to lose the platform. And probably should have done this on the ground, but no big deal, we'll do it here. So I'm gonna come up a little bit, and I'm gonna put my weight, my elbows into here. I got the seat on it. Last time I was talking about how that platform really digs into your elbows there, so recommend putting the seat on, that way you got somewhere to rest your elbows. You're going to grab it here, and you're going to use your body weight to pull yourself up. Put my feet in here, just like that. Step out, bring the platform up, same thing. We can adjust this. And we're always tethered into the tree with no problem if we were to slip out. And it seems like it's a slow process, but really once you get this down, You can get up and down these trees with no problem. So I'm gonna keep on going. Locked in. And with these really aggressive teeth, man, this stand really digs into the tree. I am really liking that, and this thing is solid, so no worries there. I know some of the older ones of all different brands, they don't have as aggressive teeth, and they don't seem to bite into the tree as hard, so this is really nice. Obviously, I'm not gonna go too high up into the tree because I want to stay in the frame of the camera, but yeah, hope you guys are getting an idea how this works. And I don't know if you guys can see it down there, but as I'm going up, this platform's starting to level out. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna make it up high enough to where it would completely level out, as if I was gonna be hunting out of it, but I think I got a little bit more I can go before I'm completely out of the frame, so. And bear with me, it is hot, and I am sweating up here. We got about a month before season opens up, so it is August 1st tomorrow. So we're at a pretty good height for hunting. I know I have a little bit more pitch on this stand. Like I said, I would probably go up another 8 feet to really be in a good hunting height, you know, and the stand would definitely be leveled then. But what I like to do with this seat is get it to about where my knees are, the bottom of my knee, right there, and that seems to be really comfortable for me. Seat's pretty level. What I like to do is add just a touch of pitch on it, and that way the weight of me will kind of level it out when I sit down. If you don't do that, sometimes it sags lower than what you like. So, and I'm tethered in this whole time, so I'm not afraid. Obviously, I don't want to fall, but if anything was to happen, there is no worries at all. I will be completely safe. So yeah. And as far as my tether, I normally put that right at chest height or just a little bit above. And this one's nice. It has this little band to kind of cinch it down so it's not loose like that. And you have your Prusik knot. Obviously, I want to bring that up here, somewhere about like that. And since I'm a right-handed shooter, I like to face the tree and be able to completely turn this way if I was going to shoot, and then if I wanted to shoot behind me on this side, I'd be able to turn around and shoot this way. So this will take a little bit of getting used to, but once you figure it out, it's really no big deal at all. So that's it. I'm going to tighten these stabilizing straps down. Tuck those behind me out of the way, and this thing is ready to go. No complaints at all. I'm really liking it. Really looking forward to getting it out in the woods for hunting this year. I saw a lot of complaints in the comments about how small it is, and yes, this is a very small stand, but this is for the minimalists, the ones that want to go far and go deep into the woods or wherever you're hunting and don't want to pack in a lot of weight. So you got to sacrifice something, and that's going to be, you know, platform length. No big deal for me though, so if it's for you, I highly recommend it so far. Obviously, I haven't had it out in the woods for hunting, but I don't see why I'll have any problems with it. All right, and to go down is pretty much the same deal. I'm gonna stay tethered in, of course, the whole time. And a lot of times these things will cinch up these stabilizer straps. So what I'll do is just put my knee down in the seat to kind of put some weight into it, and I can loosen them up that way. I would like to leave them connected in case I was to lose the platform. I can possibly get it back. So go ahead and do that on both sides. Like that, and lift your seat back up to where you were when you climbed up. Pretty much the same thing. Gonna put our elbows in and support our weight with this seat like this. Go down. You don't want to go too low with this because then you won't be able to climb down. So, you know, somewhere about that. Lower our tether as we go so we stay strapped in the whole time. I don't know if you guys can hear that thunder, but we have a storm coming, so I'm trying to wrap this up before it starts raining. One thing I'll say is these do tend to get in the way as you're climbing down, as you just saw. It's not just this stand, my other tree stands will do the same thing. And I know they're a pain, but I really think it's important to leave these things connected, because that is one downside. If this thing was to kick out, then you'd have a real hard time getting down. So with these things attached, you're never going to lose your platform. But you get used to it. I deal with it. It gets kind of tangled up in your foot sometimes while you're climbing down, but as long as you pay attention and pull it out of the way, it's normally not a problem. And again, I would have a backpack. I'd be throwing all this gear in, but for the sake of this video, I would just toss it on the ground. And you can do the same thing to kind of help yourself get down like you got up by using this platform. Just swing it out to the side like that and hold your weight on it, or seat I should say, not the platform, and kind of hold on to it and step out like that. Once you get the hang of it, it does take a little bit getting used to. I've been hunting out of a climbing tree stand since I was probably 10 years old, so, and they're all pretty similar, you know, different in their own ways, but as far as climbing, getting up and getting down, they're all pretty similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up, and I hope this video helped you guys. So give me a second while I pack it up. Go ahead and loosen your straps. Gonna get your belts back in. Gonna loosen that knob there all the way. Lift up on that little tab. That'll fold down flat. I like to snug it back up. Set that down. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Loosen that tab up. Lift it up. And I'm going to snug that down. What I like to do for packing it up is if I set it down at the base of the tree, get my straps off to the side like that. And like I said before, we got this little tab here, or post, and we got this post here, and they fit here, and then that one slides down in there. It's still a little bit tight, so as I'm using it, it's loosening it up in a good way, though, you know, easier to get together and apart, not loosening up like you know, bad quality or anything like that. So take that stabilizer strap, throw around the back. You don't have to use this. I like it though. It seems like it's a pretty good strap to hold everything together. And here comes the rain. That. I'm going to take this buckle right here, snug that up. Got this buckle here. Get grass out of here. And that's it. Everything's back together. Got a little Velcro here if you want to use that to hold your straps down. I added that, doesn't come with that. Or when you put your backpack on here, it holds everything down really nice. So, and just a quick tip, always check your area before you get up and leave, because I have left so many things at the base of a tree. Just trying to hurry up and get out of here, especially if you got an animal down or you're getting ready to go track. You just want to hurry up and go find it. So I always try to take a second, look around, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. But yeah, so that's it. All right, friends, well, I'm sure you can see the sky is starting to darken up behind me and the wind is picking up. So it was just raining a second ago. I'm gonna hurry up, get everything finished, packed up, and head for the truck. Hope this video helps you guys out. Have a freaking awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one.